Welcome back. This is Jen Healy with day 11 of our Aerial Yoga Play 30-day swing challenge. And we're happy to be continuing on with some arm stretches and strengthening. Okay, so we're going to come into the swing like we did yesterday in a forward fold. Pushing the swing down strongly with straight arms to bend at the hip flexors. We're going to go ahead and make sure our hips stay forward over our toes, so we're not rocking back into the heels. We're really letting the body drape down and drop down. From our forward fold here, we're going to come into a floating leaf. Okay, just clasp the elbows and hang. Let there be more space and openness in the body. This is a great sequence that you can do to continue on from yesterday. We're going to go ahead and bring our hands to the front of the mat, walk our feet to the back of the mat, and stretch out into a down dog. Okay, with the feet at the back of the mat, we can start to bend the elbows and we'll float. So forearms come down, feet come up about no higher than the hips. Just practice doing 1 foot at a time, just 1 foot off the ground. We don't want the feet higher than the hips because we will slide out and lose our hook. Okay, so keep the feet heavy. Probably heavier than you think for the first couple rounds here. Okay, so when we're in a floating leaf, we can just let ourselves float. Just let yourself just enjoy that sensation of the swing holding you. You will feel that pressure and that intensity at the hip flexors. That's going to start to loosen up the tension there. And then we can straighten the arms, make sure your hands are shoulder distance, and we're going to come into a floating plank. Okay, so make sure again the feet are no higher than the hips, just keep them heavy. And then from our floating plank, we're going to pull forward and hold, and then we're going to let ourselves press back. So pull forward and hold, keep the feet the same level the whole time. Exhale, press back. Pull forward on an inhale, try and hold it. You can feel the arms starting to engage, and then exhale, press back. Beautiful. This time when we pull forward, we're going to bring right knee to right elbow, press back, and then left knee to left elbow, press back. So inhale, pull forward with the knee, and then press back, knee to elbow, 1 on each side. Now see if you can do this in a way that builds strength in the arms but doesn't take too much pressure or tension on the hip flexor. Okay, so soften where you can and engage where you can so your arms are doing the work. And then if we want, we're going to pull forward and use both knees to go to both elbows and press back. So make a little frog leap up into a mini bakasana, crow pose, and then let yourself float back. So it's really fun to play with the sway of the swing as well. Okay, so we're going to come back to center from our plank pose. Let's try a couple chaturungas. We're going to bend the elbows in towards one another. Okay, make sure you're pressing your hands down strongly and dip. These are going to be mini. You're not going to go too far. Just dip. I want you to feel the swing holding your weight, and the upper body is just taking on the shape of a push-up, which tends to be hard for people, right, to get the upper body strength, but we want to get the ergonomics down, and then we can make them more difficult. Okay, one way to make them more difficult is to hook both feet outside in. Okay, keep the feet nice and tight. Don't let them float away. You're going to lose your hook at the hip flexors. Pull your feet down towards your bum, nice and tight. Walk your feet about 1/4 of the way back, not the center of the mat, but 1/4 of the way back. And now try chattarungas, not push-ups, right? So chaturanga is where your elbows stay in nice and tight, as if they would graze the sides of your ribs if you came all the way down. Now notice there's more weight in the upper body now. So we're learning how to strengthen the arms in a really safe way. And we're also doing that by really taking it easy, by letting the swing hold us, but really gaining the benefit of the pose by strengthening the chest and strengthening the arms. Okay, if we want to do it a little bit harder, the hardest version would be handstand push-ups. Okay, so in this pose, we bend our elbows out to the side. Your forehead comes down towards the ground. Keep your feet engaged. Okay, and dip straight down and push yourself straight up. So dip down, don't face plant, right? Nice and controlled. And then push your arms straight again. So try 5 of those if you can, each one of the variations.
These ones I do call handstand push-ups because your elbows will flare out to the side. Okay? So after your last one, go ahead and walk your hands forward. Really good. Let's go ahead and release our feet. So we're going to float. Come back through plank and then land it. Down dog. Shake out your head, shake out your hair, shake out your thoughts. Okay, take a couple deep breaths there. Stretch out the arms, stretch out the underbelly of the arms. Push your chest back towards your knees. And then inhale, look up. We're going to walk forward with our hands, walk forward with our feet, and then keeping tension on the swing. We're going to come up through angel wings again. Take a pause there. Hold on to the swing with both hands. Come to stand, and that'll be the end for our arm strengthening today. Join us tomorrow for some arm stretches. I'm Jen Healy with AYRxYogaplay.com. Blessings.